another episode of Around the Ozarks Community Corner. My name is Grace Gooley, and today we are talking with an organization that has helped thousands of people in the Ozarks with breast cancer. And I'd like to introduce Meagan Walkenhorst and Joe Daues from the Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks. Thank you guys for sitting with me today.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. All right, let's get started just right at the beginning. What do you guys do at BCFO? What are you?
Generally speaking, we offer what's called help and hope to families with a loved one in treatment for breast cancer. So that's the general description. That's kind of our mission statement. But specifically what we do is when someone has breast cancer, we help pay their non-medical daily living expenses. So we cover the big ticket things in their house like rent, mortgage, utilities, car payments, insurance, things like that. That way we can help them pay their bills because, as we all know, when you've got a diagnosis like this, treatment's going to cost a lot of money. So sooner or later, those medical bills will start piling up. We don't pay those, but we can help with the other big ticket items. That way the family can focus on fighting the disease.
That's a big deal. How did you guys personally get involved with Breast Cancer Foundation of the Ozarks?
Yeah, so back during the pandemic in 2020, I decided I needed a change.
Yeah.
And I'd always wanted to work in nonprofit, just wasn't really sure how that was going to happen. Honestly, BCFO kind of fell in my lap.
Yeah. I love how that happens.
I know.
Yes.
I am a nurse by trade, and the program director position was open at that time. So for my first 5 years at the organization, I got to work directly with our clients, facilitate all of the wonderful programs that we do. And then last summer, I moved up into the role of COO. And so not only do I still get to work with clients at times, but I get to work on the fundraising and the event planning. That's kind of the bread and butter of how we do what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Joe?
Well, and let me just say, Meagan does an amazing job, too, at what she does.
Good.
Me, I fell into it sort of the same. I got a phone call, and someone said, hey, the director's leaving, and would you be interested in this position? And I had never considered nonprofit. I came from a broadcasting background and sat down, had a cup of coffee, and talked to the board, and Mary Beth O'Reilly, our founder, and it seemed to be a great fit. And we have some breast cancer in my family. My aunt died from cancer complications after having breast cancer. But beyond that, it really hadn't affected me very much. But it is kind of a calling, I would say.
And I talk to a lot of nonprofits, so I love to just hear the personal stories behind it. What does the typical day look like for someone who is reaching out to you guys?
Yeah, so a lot of people who are calling us coming in, they could be having one of the worst, if not the worst day of their life. They've just received a diagnosis. Their brain is swimming with new information. And so we're so glad we can just come alongside them, be a listening ear, answer some of those questions that the loud noise in the doctor's office blocked out, and just let them know how we can help. You know, there's a lot of pride that goes into some of these people coming and asking for any type of help. And so we love being able to walk them through the process of the programs that we have, whether it's helping with those household bills like Joe was talking about, setting them up with our support group, whatever we can do to just ease that burden on them a little bit. We've had so many people tell us when they leave, okay, I feel a little better. And that's one of the most rewarding things.
Yeah, worth it. So what services do you guys offer?
Well, the client assistance, we call it, so that direct financial assistance is the biggie for us. But in 2010, so we started in 2000, and in 2010 we started working on the front end thinking there might be a way to save lives with early detection. And so we started a free screening mammogram program.
Yeah, so one of our most important programs, in my opinion, that a lot of people don't know about until they need it, and I'm so glad somebody tells them, is our free screening mammogram program. And what that allows is women over the age of 35 who are not experiencing any breast symptoms to go to one of our pretty much every health system in the region we're partnered with and get that yearly screening mammogram. We know that early detection saves lives, and so we never want a financial barrier to be the reason they can't get that test. And so we help those that are completely uninsured, but also people who are underinsured. And that means that your insurance doesn't cover 100% of the cost. So if you have an out-of-pocket or a deductible that's going to be a strain on you, call us, apply through our website. And this is a yearly service. You can qualify year over year as long as you still meet the criteria.
I love that. Yeah, I'm sure not a lot of people realize that.
So there's no excuse.
There's no
right?
excuse.
No
There's
excuses out there.
No excuse. Yeah, because I know I personally haven't gone through a lot of medical things. I've had little things here and there, but like insurance and all that stuff is so intimidating, especially if you don't have to deal with it all the time. So
Yeah.
that's amazing that you guys help out with that. What is something in this line of work that has surprised you the most with all of this, with just every aspect?
I would say the beauty, the strength, and the resilience that the disease brings out in people. Even in the worst times, the men and women that we've worked with just show me over and over again that breast cancer cannot rule your life and it cannot kill your spirit. And it reminds me every day and leaves me with a sense of knowing that we're doing important and meaningful work.
Yes.
I will add to that. You touched on it just a moment ago that there's a lot of men that we help. And it's so statistically, it's 1 in 8 women in their lifetime will deal with breast cancer, but it's 1 in 800 men. And any given time, and I think we might be helping 2 right now, we're helping a guy that's gone through breast cancer. And guys don't talk about it. They don't get tested for it. So that's been a surprise for me.
Yeah, because I honestly was thinking about that going into this. I was like, I almost said women at the beginning, but I'm like, I don't know if that's true, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
You guys do have a big event coming up in April. What's the story behind that? It's called A Time to Share.
Correct.
Yes.
So A Time to Share is a fashion show.
Okay.
And when this was created, long before my time, 26 years ago, it's really a way for community to form that may not have otherwise been formed. You lose a lot during breast cancer, and this show is a way to reclaim some of what you've lost. And they get to show their family and their friends and their fellow survivors that they are strong and that the core of who they are never went anywhere. It may have just been overshadowed by breast cancer for a while.
Yeah.
I call it a celebration of survivorship, really. And that we do it at the Shrine Mosque, and we make this year it'll be almost a 50-foot runway, so it'll be a legit runway, and everybody will be sitting on the side of the runway, like Fashion Week.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's really heartwarming.
So what can you expect whenever you go to this event? Like if you're an attendee and you're ready to just support, what does that look like?
An unforgettable night.
Yeah.
So the doors open at 5:30 at the Shrine Mosque, like Joe said. Silent auction, dinner, great music from DJ CEO, lots of photo opportunities with your family, your friends, and your survivor if you have someone in your life. At 7:15, the models take the runway by storm, and they each get to strut their stuff in clothes that have generously been provided by local boutiques. We love to stay local. Local matters. And the atmosphere and the electric energy that they bring is just, it's amazing.
Yeah, I love that. I love that so much. So for someone who wants to support and they don't know the best way to help, what is the best way to help you guys?
Yeah. So if fashion and community are your thing, get your tickets to
Yes.
A Time to Share at our website. If not, I'll let Joe kind of talk about other ways to support our organization.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to talk about some of the other events before I go into that?
Absolutely. So we have not only A Time to Share. In June, we have a cycle event called Cycle for Life. So if you like to ride your bike. In October, we have our signature gala, Hooked on Dance. Going for some new stuff for that this year, so stay tuned. Lots of fun details coming. If you're a Jeep person, we have our Jeepin' for a Cure event in October as well. Love seeing all of those people come out. It is an amazing community. So
The Jeep community. I've been to Jeep events before. It's crazy.
absolutely, yeah. So did I miss any?
Well, just about Jeep, and we'll have several hundred Jeeps at James River Jeep. It's quite an event. But pickleball. Right, this will be our second year for a pickleball tournament. I was talking to Travis yesterday. It's either the second or I think it's the third weekend in October.
Okay.
So that's always fun.
Yes, pickleball is always fun too.
Yeah.
I've never played, but it's kind of taken everybody by storm.
I know, and I'm just scared to because I'm one of those people that I just will fall and break my leg, just clumsy. So I'm not, but for a good cause, I might try it.
Absolutely.
But in addition to events, we also, so BCFO is very unique because we run a bunch of businesses on the side.
Okay.
And the goal would be for us to be a self-sustaining, I don't like to say we're a nonprofit. I like to say we're a for-purpose organization. And to that end, we run 4 DMV offices And so we have a state contract with for each one, Republic, Nixa, Ozark, and the new one in South Springfield. So it's right by Springfield Nissan,
Yeah.
really close to where Walnut Lawn crosses South Campbell.
Okay.
And it's the brightest, newest, and best DMV in Springfield. And all the profit that we make, so we pay the bills, we run the business, but all the profit then comes to BCFO to offset our salaries and office supplies and things like that. And if 4 DMVs aren't enough, we run a FedEx and UPS store at Grand and Glenstone. It's called GTO Shipping. And it's a legitimate ship place where you can take your returns or ship things out. We do U.S. Postal Service. We have mailboxes. And that's a former DMV office that we sort of repurposed for that. That's a beautiful office, too. And then we have 2 thrift stores, one in Joplin and one in Ozark, called Neat Repeats.
Yeah, I don't know if I realized that was you guys, but I have heard of that thrift store. I do love a good thrift store.
Oh, who doesn't, right?
And also the fact that the DMV, you always got to go whether you want to or not. And then also, even with shipping things, you got to return something to Amazon. You got to do all these things. Those things you still have to do. So why not help support at the same time
Exactly.
without
Yeah.
even having to change really anything else?
Yeah, you have a choice, and we're going to do it, or somebody else is going
Yeah.
to do it. So why not let us do it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that. All right. So if you guys are wanting to go to any of these events that they listed off, a time to share is coming up in April. Make sure that you get your tickets now. All the information is at bcfo.org. And guys, thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us.